right now on 5 on your side at 10.
A nice break from the humidity tomorrow. I'll let you know when the heat and humidity return.
Gas tax holiday. The debate tonight. Will it bring you much needed relief or cause more pain at the pump? 4 young lives remembered.
It's been hard, and a lot of people are being here for us. You know, it helps a lot.
They died in a home explosion. Police blame an illegal fireworks operation. The answers the families of the victims are still seeking. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush, and Allred has the night off. Just a few hours ago, family and friends gathered near the rubble of the home where 4 men died. Our Pepper Baker joins us live with more on this emotional night.
Mike, there are still people gathered around the memorial and the candles that you can see lit behind me. But earlier today, more than 100 people showed up to pay their respects in front of the house that felt very much how the Vigil felt, tragic.
Amazing grace.
The faces of 4 young men are printed on T-shirts worn by their loved ones during Wednesday night's vigil.
My brother Mouse, he was weird, you know, in a loving way. Lil T was very outgoing, you know, and then he was annoying too. He was a little annoying. They both was, actually, for real.
Diamante Cooks said his little brother, 18-year-old Demario Cooks, his 16-year-old cousin Travell Eason, 17-year-old Christopher Jones, and 21-year-old William Jones were best friends.
These 4, yeah, they was always in the garage together doing something, you know.
That's where they were when Cooks' house exploded just after 1 a.m. on Friday, killing all 4 of the young men. Investigators say an illegal fireworks operation caused the explosion. The family says it was a gas leak.
We really ain't hearing nothing from the police at all. You know, we hearing stuff from the news and, you know, social media of what's going on, even though like we was involved in the case.
Almost a week later, more than 100 people showed up at the house to honor the lives lost.
I seen they had a little cash tag over there, so I sent them some money as well, just trying to help them out, make sure that they're okay.
Chris Rice gave the kids he mentors a ride to the vigil so they could pay their respects to 16-year-old Travell Eason.
It's a little dramatic for the kids in my neighborhood. They kind of grew up with the guy, played basketball with him, went to school with him and stuff like that.
Whether you knew them or not, the family appreciated everyone who came to support.
All 4 boys was loved by everyone, you know, not an ounce of hate in their heart. So for closure for our families and to everybody else, you know, to remember the boys for how they was, you know.
Now, 2 men are charged with second-degree murder, among other things, but the family are pressing investigators to look into the possibility that the cause was because of a gas leak instead. Live in Florissant, Pepper Baker, 5 on your side.
A sad update tonight. A 3-year-old boy shot in East St. Louis over the weekend has died. Joseph Michael Lowe was in the backseat of a car when he was hit by a stray bullet. This happened early Sunday morning as his aunt drove her car through an intersection of Bond and 15th. Lowe's 11-year-old cousin was shot in the arm. Police are still looking for the person responsible. 2 deadly shootings in the span of 48 hours, both happening at Crown Food Marts, located just blocks away from each other in North St. Louis. A young mother was shot and killed Sunday night while filling up her gas tank at North Kings Highway and MLK. Police believe that gunfire came from across the street. And last night, 2 men were shot at a Crown Food Mart 5 blocks south on Kings Highway. One of them died. Police still looking for the gunman in both shootings. And tonight, the owners of both of those gas stations are taking action to protect their stores and their customers. They talk with our Robert Townsend about the new security measures being put in place. Robert.
My Crown Food Mart owners are preparing to have police officers at their stores in hopes of curbing crime. But not everyone is backing the new plan.
We like this community.
For 30 years, Haney Saeed's family has owned 17 Crown Food Marts in Missouri and Illinois. 10 of their businesses are in the city of St. Louis.
Our business is great. You know, we can't complain about nothing, and we make sure all our customers are safe.
Now he says they're taking extra steps to keep their customers and employees safe.
We're going to hire police officers to surround all the stores.
Under their new security plan, they will hire 4 St. Louis police officers to patrol in their squad cars around all of their gas stations in the city, 7 days a week, around the clock.
If they see any fights, anything that, they go right away and stop it.
The uniformed officers will also be on duty on foot at the stores. Stores that currently have 32 security cameras inside and outside.
Well, crime everywhere in the city. It's not good. You know, we have issues, not just our stores, anywhere you go.
I think something needs to be done.
Renee Coleman is a regular Crown Food Mart customer.
I think it's great. Yeah, they need the patrol.
I do not feel like police are the answer for this.
This week's deadly shootings outside 2 Crown Food Marts happened in Alderwoman Shamim Clark Hubbard's 26th ward. Balloons now blow in the wind by the gas station pump, where an innocent Cherie Hemphill was shot and killed.
Police are absolutely a reactive solution to problems like this. We need to be more proactive.
It's sad what happened to her, so that's why we want to get the police coming out.
Saeed says next week they will sign the contracts and seal the plan. Now, he also tells me those police officers should be in place outside their stores within 2 weeks.
Thanks. With the national average of gas continuing to hover around $5 per gallon, President Biden has a new plan to bring those high prices down. He's asking Congress to suspend the federal gas tax.
By suspending the 18-cent gas tax, federal gas tax, for the next 90 days, we can bring down the price of gas and give families just a little bit of relief.
The gas tax holiday would last 3 months. The White House estimates it would cost $10 billion, money which is supposed to go towards road construction. Some economists warn the gas tax holiday could lead to more inflation and even higher gas prices. The plan is facing critics on both sides of the aisle.
I support it, but I think we need to be honest about it. It's not going to show a dramatic change in gas prices unless states follow suit.
This ineffective stunt will join President Biden's other ineffective stunt on gas prices.
The president believes prices could come down as much as $1 a gallon if states suspend their gas tax too and oil companies increase refining capacity. Gas prices have fallen in the past week, but they're still extremely high. The national average sits at $4.95 per gallon, down 6 cents from last week. St. Louis drivers have seen about a 3-cent drop to $4.84. In the Metro East, prices have dropped around 6 cents to $5.11. Well, St. Charles is loosening alcohol restrictions. The city council voted last night to remove the 50-50 rule. It required half of money made by bars and restaurants must come from food sales in order to keep a liquor license. The rule had been in place to help handle crowds on historic Main Street. The city's mayor says he hopes eased restrictions will attract new businesses to the area. In just 3 days, people will gather in downtown St. Louis to kick off a 2-day Pride Fest. But celebrations have been taking place all month long in honor of Pride Month. Our Brent Solomon is live at City Foundry with an event you can even support right now.
That's right, Mike. You can actually see the sign right here behind me in living color, a Pride pop-up event. This is allowing people an opportunity to support local businesses and to support a cause that's near and dear to the hearts of so many, especially this month.
Come have some fun with us.
After all, that's what it's all about.
We got card readings, we got t-shirts.
But along with the fun comes a purpose.
It's bringing equity here into the community here in St. Louis, whether it's gender equity, financial equity, racial equity. It's very important.
Welcome to the Made with Pride event at City Foundry.
Pride is everybody. You know how they say love is love.
Some 75 local vendors on hand through Saturday, serving crafts, tasty treats, and pride.
City Foundry is just an incredible canvas for us. You'll be able to shop local vendors, there's going to be some drag performances, live music, and of course the food hall.
All coinciding with Pride Month.
This pop-up market represents an opportunity for you to come out and show your support for the community.
It brings awareness and making everybody feel comfortable, so it's a really great thing.
You can call it some colorful service.
We're going to celebrate all things LGBTQ
with a smile.
Just see the great things St. Louis has to offer, truly.
All right. Let's go ahead and take you back live now. In addition to the vendors tomorrow, there will be a LGBTQ plus trivia night here at City Foundry. That begins at 7 o'clock. And some of the restaurants inside will offer some specials, specifically in recognition of Pride, with some of the proceeds going to charity. We're live in St. Louis tonight. Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
And you can join us this Sunday at the Grand Pride Parade downtown beginning at 11 a.m. If you can't make it, you can stream it live on the 5 Plus app. Just search 5 on your side on your Roku or Fire TV. And for a full list of ways to celebrate Pride Month here in St. Louis, just text the word Pride to 314-425-5355.
It's been taboo to talk about.
And about how much money do you make per year?
The trend changing the conversation about sharing your salary. Tonight, Viral claims Target is aiming for a big clearance sale. We verify.
A slight cool down, much lower humidity levels. Also, we continue dry, but there are a few rain chances. I'll time them out coming up.
In about 16 hours from now, the House Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack will resume its public hearings on Capitol Hill. A new poll shows Americans are paying attention. A new Quinnipiac University poll found 58% of people are following the hearings somewhat closely. 36% believe they've learned new information about the Capitol breach, and nearly 60% of Americans believe President Trump bears some responsibility. The hearings continue tomorrow at 2 p.m., and you can watch it right here on 5 on your side. Tonight, one of the 2 lone Republicans on that committee is publicly speaking out on the threats he's received. Congressman Adam Kinzinger of Illinois says a letter was sent to his home threatening to execute him, his wife, and their 5-month-old child.
I mean, look, they're all getting these threats. I mean, particularly Liz and I, because we, are considered rhinos in the GOP because we want the truth. But what that shows is when you stir up evil, when you bring in light to a dark place, you see cockroaches get angry and scatter.
Rhino means Republican in name only. It's a derogatory term mainly used by Trump supporters towards members of the party who do not support the former president. Now, just this week, Missouri U.S. candidate Eric Greitens released a controversial and disturbing video on rhino hunting. The former governor brushed off his critics and boasted about the outrage it caused. Greitens will be in court tomorrow for a child custody hearing. His ex-wife's attorney tells 5 on your side he will use this video as evidence of Greitens' abusive nature. He denies his wife's claims that he abused her and their young children. Speaking of the Missouri Senate race, an attorney working as a senior investigator for the January 6th committee is stepping down amid reports he's exploring a possible run for Roy Blunt's seat. Former U.S. Attorney John Wood will reportedly run as an independent. Have you ever wondered if your coworker is making more money than you, or if you're getting paid fairly? A new study reveals more folks are opening up about their salary to their coworkers. As Ben Thompson reports, it's now a trend that's taking off on social media.
And about how much money do you make per year?
Just about maybe 1.2 million a year, that's it.
It seems like a really personal question. But in the 21st century, it's becoming a common conversation.
It is not easy convincing random people to tell you how much they make because some people feel like that's an invasion of privacy.
Adam Ali now spends his days asking folks to reveal their salary for his TikTok account, American Income.
After going to college for about a year, I myself was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do, what profession I wanted to be in.
Figuring out his own life, folks have been following along. His TikTok account has gained more than 85,000 followers and more than 1 million likes in less than 2 months.
It's surprising how much young people are getting paid this well.
Ali tapping into a growing trend across the country. A recent Bankrate survey found 42% of Gen Z and 40% of millennials say they've shared their salary with a coworker or a professional contact, far more than their older peers.
There's so many factors that make younger people more likely to break these taboos. And I think social media is a major part of it. It's made people more comfortable with being open.
Bankrate analyst Sarah Foster says the Great Resignation is leading to a new level of urgency when it comes to salary transparency.
It's only going to help with your wallet as far as making sure that you get a raise or know that you're being paid fairly.
Foster says it's probably best not to disclose your salary on Slack or Microsoft Teams, and do it outside of the office, so you're not revealing your pay on company time. I'm Ben Thompson reporting.
Well, we are paying higher prices everywhere, but this TikTok with more than 140,000 views says a popular retailer is launching a big sale to move an oversupply of inventory that isn't selling. So let's verify. Is Target discounting some items due to surplus supply? During the first part of 2022, Target told investors during its earnings call that its shelves are overstocked in the wrong areas.
We could keep this product, knowing it would sell over time, or we can make room for fast-growing categories. We chose the latter, leading to incremental markdowns that reduced our gross margin.
So we can verify Target is discounting some items due to surplus inventory, but the retailer has not yet said how much of a discount shoppers could see. The Powerball and Mega Millions are twinning. The jackpots for both multi-state lotteries have grown to $312 million. The next Mega Millions drawing is Friday night. The Powerball was drawn less than 30 minutes ago. And here are your winning numbers. Good luck. 6, 10, 31, 48, 56, and the Powerball is 12.
Might be overjoyed.
A beautiful night for music and food at 9 Mile Garden in Afton. Tonight, the organization Be Together STL took over the food truck park to host a free family-friendly concert. There are also activities for kids and a book giveaway. It was a nice night for that, Jim, and how many nice nights are in our future?
Well, we have definitely a better week this week than what we had last week, Mike, with those dew points in the 70s. Let's check out Lambert. We have beautiful time lapse here, or just a really video of that sunset tonight. So with the lowering humidity, not as much haze in the sky, and the dew points have dropped to near 60. So really beautiful flying weather and a light wind. All right, let's check in with the humidity levels this week. And Mike's wondering about when are the best days. So the next couple of days look really good in terms of, the dew point not being in the 70s like we had last week, right about 60, maybe dropping into the 50s tomorrow and also Friday. But then by Saturday, we go back up again, and on Sunday morning, and it's going to get really hot Saturday, or hot day. One more really, really hot one, about 97 for the high. Then we go down again by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So really next week, some incredible nights coming our way and some good evenings. All right, June rainfall, look at this. It is getting serious now. We've got 2 inches below for the month so far, and the first time this year we've dropped below the average. So we're about a good half an inch or more in many areas below that average rainfall that we usually see, our precip. So high pressure is coming in. There's a cold front. It went through here today dry, just like we thought, and then showers and storms popped up right along and south of our viewing area, south of Reynolds and Iron County, as we went through the evening hours. But high pressure is bringing in that really comfortable air. We did have some severe weather, showers and storms around Cincinnati, and then more right around Wichita. But in between that, look at this, hardly any cloud cover. The clouds just really went away quickly. So a lot of clear skies expected tonight. So 80 degrees right now, still kind of warm, but that humidity level comfortable at 48%. Look at the dew point down to 59 now, and north wind at about 7 miles an hour. That stays light throughout the night. The high today was warm, if not hot, but close to the average. 92 for the high, 88 is average, so 4 degrees above that, and the record 102, so nowhere near that. Overnight lows tonight, not in the 50s, but we have some nice comfortable 60s for you. 69 in St. Louis and about 64 Sullivan, Farmington 65, and Shiloh, Illinois about 65. So high pressure tomorrow is moving in and giving us that comfortable air. Probably sunshine to start, and then partly sunny later in the day. Storms just to the west of us, so we'll watch that. Tomorrow, though, very comfortable. 91 for that high, so a little bit above average, but with the low dew points, things look really good. Now, over the next 10 days, our better chance of seeing a shower or storm will be Saturday night. About 97 for that high. It's hot, humid. Saturday night and early Sunday. Then we get cooler. About 86 for Sunday. By Monday, 83, sunshine, 86 Tuesday. So, Mike, some really nice, comfortable weather, at least to start next week.
All right, Jim, thanks. Frank is here with sports.
Mike, the Cardinals and Brewers had a thriller. The Lightning are trying to even their series, and we'll tell you why the great Brian Jordan came to town today.
And 5 on Your Side is always streaming. You can catch our newscasts, weather forecasts, and big stories anytime. Just download 5 Plus for free on Roku or Fire TV.
If you were drafting a pool of players between the Cardinals and Brewers, I'm not sure how it would be pick by pick, but I am sure the first 2 picks would be Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado. That may be the reason why the Cardinals win the division. It was why they won a game tonight. Now, there hasn't been a Cardinal win the MVP in 13 years. Could the drought be ending? That is Goldschmidt's 17th homer, RBIs 59 and 60. Adam Wainwright, not sharp. 4 2/3 innings, 7 hits, and 4 runs, but he did not get any help from Juan Yepes on this fly ball, which became an RBI double for Christian Yelich in the 5th inning. But in the 6th, Arenado will hit his 14th home run of the season, a 2-run shot, and the Cardinals led it 5-4 at this point. Johan Oviedo was out of sight in relief. 2 1/3 scoreless innings, 3 Ks. Cabrera was really good too, and the Cardinals win it 5-4. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals. We are in overtime, tied at 2. The Avalanche lead the series 2-1. Nazem Kadri has returned to the Colorado lineup tonight. A great local story at the College World Series. Kevin Graham, a Westminster grad, has nearly a 1,000 OPS for Ole Miss. The Rebels, who were the last team to get into the NCAA tourney, are now 3 wins away from winning the World Series. Now, Graham had a quiet night tonight, but there was suspense, as you can see with this video. 3-2 Arkansas, bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, 2 outs. And the Hogs will escape with a 3-2 victory. So these 2 teams will play a do-or-die game tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Today, the St. Louis Sports Commission celebrated Olympic Day with hundreds of kids in honor of the 1904 Olympics that took place on the now WashU campus. Former U.S. Olympic gold medalists like Jackie Joyner-Kersee and Lori Kolepny led the charge through a mile walk and conversation. They say it's about inspiring the next generation right here in our town.
The Olympics sometimes feels far away. It feels like it's impossible well, I can't do it, but when you see other people from this area who have done it, who have achieved their goals, hopefully that inspires others that they can achieve what they're going after as well.
Some of them weren't even born when I was competing, let alone you talk about 1904. But the most important thing is that knowing that it started right here in this community and right here in their backyard.
Demetrius Johnson had his 31st golf tourney today at Forest Park. This money goes to funding his turkey giveaway. They give away 3,000 each year. His Christmas party, where 1,200 presents are distributed to kids in the St. Louis area. The goal for the foundation?
Being consistent, doing the things over and over. My Thanksgiving turkey giveaway is probably the most prime event I love to do because you go to homes and it keeps you humble. You go and see how other people living compared to how you're living and make you really realize how thankful and blessed you are.
How about this? Brian Jordan even flew in from Atlanta to support DJ today. The Braves broadcaster was a Cardinal All-Star and a pretty good NFL player too. Even though he doesn't spend a whole lot of time in St. Louis will always be in his heart.
Oh my goodness, yes I do. I'll never leave St. Louis, and you know, even with my foundation and my programs that I have, reading programs, I'm coming back to St. Louis to really help the underprivileged kids and get them to read. Literacy is so important, so I mean that's my mission in life right now.
What a terrific guy. Bad news, Colorado won this game 3-2 in overtime, so they lead the series 3-1.
So a tough road for Pat Maroon and company. All right, thanks, Frank. Back to the future, the unusual property for sale in Missouri that will take you back in time. The annual Folds of Honor campaign, sponsored by Schnucks, is now underway. From now until July 4th, you can round up at the register. The money raised provides scholarships for spouses and children of fallen and wounded service members. 5 on Your Side is a proud partner of the campaign. A property for sale in Southwest Missouri will take you back to pioneer days. The Frontier Town in rural Benton County features replicas of buildings you would have seen in the late 1800s. A family opened the park in 1979, but it was forced to close in 1995 because it wasn't profitable. So they're now selling the property and the buildings. And a step back in time for some Missouri drivers today. A gas station in Kansas City sold regular unleaded for $2.12 a gallon. It's more than half off. And as you can imagine, hundreds of cars lined up. The gas station owner was blown away by the response.
Like, it makes me emotional listening to these folks. Like, they'll say at least 2 days I could get by, you know, let alone thinking about people trying to get by for a month.
The good deed was apparently contagious because a person living nearby handed out water to all those who were waiting in line. And there you have it. 5 on your side at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Maya Rudolph is Jimmy's guest. Don't forget to start your day with Today in St. Louis beginning at 4:30 a.m. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.